The National Storytelling Network, the Cobb County Storytellers, and guests are proud to sponsor Tellebration.
This year's program is dedicated to the memory of Mrs. Anne Virginia Wallace. She served her community as the facilitator of the Southern Crescent Storytellers and was also a member of the National Storytelling Network. For many years, she served not only as a mentor to the members of the Cobb County Storytellers, but also as a person of inspiration. Through her propagation, dedication, and tenacity, she was able to help preserve the oral tradition of storytelling, especially among children.
Beginning virtually on November 20th from the Sewell Mill Library and Cultural Center, it is hereby proclaimed to be Tellebration.
This worldwide event of storytelling is happening at this very moment across 6 continents, 9 countries, and in 40 states. Over 300 audiences have gathered for this spectacular storytelling event.
Without further delay, let the stories begin.
I'm Renée Marchol, member of the Southern Order of Storytellers. Thank you so much for allowing me to share the following Thanksgiving story. I'm the dumb American cousin, the one that's a bumpkin without any of the Hong Kong immigrant experience. I have a healthy acceptance of where I stand at family gatherings. And playing dumb has helped me break up a few fights during the holidays. But during the holidays, I can always count on one thing, and that's Uncle Frankie's special soup, lo sung tong. Let me give you a picture of it, but with sound. I'm 18 years old, I'm in my second year of college, and I'm on my way to Aunt Betty and Uncle Frankie's home in California. "There you go," says my cousin Patrick to his brother James. James responds with, "Oh, you're calling me a fat dog? You see Berkeley boy? Well, why don't you do everyone a favor and hum tao say?" That's telling him to bash his head against a wall. Now, Cantonese Chinese is pretty rough, and these brothers are teasing each other. So I say, hey, James, I heard you're taking Taekwondo. Is that true? Because I heard, the aunt's been telling me, that you're taking Taekwondo from a coach who took his students to the Olympics. So, cousin, when it's your turn, you better be saving me a seat. You mind if you show me some of your Taekwondo moves? So James takes me into the living room that I call the museum room, and he begins to punch the gym equipment and kick the gym equipment. Now, why do I call this room the museum? The living room of Uncle Frankie and Aunt Betty have museum-style furniture, and I'm talking about Chinese dynasty-style type thrones, armchairs that are made of rosewood, shiny, red-brown, ornate, and carved, and the armrests are dragons and good luck dogs. That's not all. The backs of the chairs, they're marble. And there is James showing me his Taekwondo. Punches, kicks, punches, kicks. And I see a glass coffee table behind him, and I'm thinking, James, just please don't fall backwards. That coffee table is also made of ornate rosewood, carved, beautiful. Plus, under that glass is this ornate mother of pearl that's just iridescent. But I snap back to right now, and I also see on top of that coffee table is a shopper's cart. This is Costco. And I know that I need to make my way to say my greetings to the hosts, Aunt Betty and Uncle Frankie, in the kitchen. I take a whole flat of fresh fruit and I say, Aunt Betty, Uncle Frankie, Nehoma, how are you doing? And I know as a guest to never go to anyone's home empty-handed. In Hong Kong, fresh fruit is very expensive. So bringing a whole flat, even though Aunt Betty also shops at Costco, it shows that I really respect my host. I set it down, and I quickly nudge Aunt Betty away from the sink. Zé White. And I take an apron, I tie it on, and she says, no way, Renee, no. You're my guest. You go sit down. At the leather couch, yes, over there, and you watch something. And I know this game, and it's a game. It's a game because when I was a child, I followed my grandmother to events that were full of senior citizens. All of them were from Hong Kong. So I learned the rules of the game. When someone insists on something, you have to push back. It's polite. Let me give you an example. I'm 84 years old, and if I want to pay for my own birthday dinner, I'm going to pay it. And if 27 of you want to split the check, I've known you for 74 years. I guess you just don't want to be my friend anymore. So I know the rules. She says, no, don't do the dishes. And I insist, I have to do the dishes. And I win. So apron's on, I turn the water even hotter. I pour the Dawn lemon-scented soap and start scrubbing the plates. And I could actually tell that Uncle Frankie is super, super pleased. He walks over and he says, Renée, may hấp cho con zo? And I say to him, well, it being California and all, it's comfortable enough to do year-round swimming. So yeah, I'm tanned a few shades deeper, a few shades darker. And here in California, we don't really care about being tan or not. And then Uncle Frankie says, Aunt Betsy always wears the designer sunglasses, big, and big hats. And I can see Aunt Betty, she's looking shy, because that's her husband's way of flirting with her, saying that she's taking care of her skin and preventing it from aging. And I know better than to steer the conversation away from compliments, so I go further. I say, Aunt Betty, each time I see you, I swear, you're just getting younger and younger. She's like, psh, psh. And she takes plates that are clean, she sticks them in the oven to warm to go with her prime rib. Uncle Frankie stirs his special soup that's burgundy with beets that are ruby red, ripe tomatoes, and as he stirs the pot, the potatoes come up soft and with the peel still on. And on top, there's a bobbing bay leaf. And he grinds some more coarse black pepper. And Aunt Betty looks so shy, she just can't take a compliment. There she is being told she looks all young and pretty. And I say, okay, Aunt Betty, just spill it. As I'm washing the dishes, you tell me what's your secrets. She says, well, I am taking these Hong Kong skinny pills. And Renee, you see over there, by my son's speakers, by the laba? Yeah, past my coach purse. Yeah, that hula hoop, that's 3 pounds. And I use that hula hoop, and I work out every single day. And I said, Aunt Betty, well, keep doing what you're doing because you're looking fit. The next time I see you, you're going to look younger than a teen, and that's going to be just trouble. I'm just so jealous. As she's closing the oven, and I dry off my hands to go set the table, she changes her tone. She says, James, go into the garage and get the thing. And I hear the garage door open. I hear a fridge open. And I hear James say, what is that awful smell that's stinking up my beer? And I hear Aunt Betty say, 春仔, stupid boy, don't ruin the surprise for Grandma. It's her birthday cake. Right? Ooh, the soup is ready, the prime rib is ready. Grandma starts praying at the table for the meal. The front door bursts open, and Cousin Patrick comes in, all sweaty from basketball with a bunch of his basketball buddies. They're all joining us to eat. And then Aunt Betty brings them the most beautiful thing. It's a big round cake, and inside is a vanilla sponge cake, completely covered with this really light, freshly whipped cream. On top of it is a spiral of tropical fruit that looks like the yellow petals of a sunflower. And if you see mango, that's what it looks like. It's yellow, soft, and shiny looking. She walks in, we all sing happy birthday, but there is this peculiar garlic smell. We're all looking at the garlic. It certainly must be the prime rib, must be the prime rib. We cut the cake, and the grandma says, Lolene, how did you find it? It's my favorite. It is durian cake. Durian is a fruit from Southeast Asia that is so pungent that it's banned on commercial flights. Somehow, Uncle Frankie and Aunt Betty found durian cake in California for Grandma. Everyone, have a slice, have a bite. And I stick my fork into the cake, and it is sweet and creamy, like strawberry ice cream. But there's something else. My tongue begins to get a little bit numb, and I taste something that tastes like raw garlic. And then there's the third wave of flavor that durian is famous for. And it feels like a skunk is just sprayed and then put its paw into your mouth. And I'm wondering, how am I going to get this taste of durian out? I put the cake plate down and drink a cup of tea and hurry on to the prime rib, hoping that the flavor will go away. There'll be plenty of cake left over. So the tender prime rib is so wonderful. You don't even need a knife. You just take a fork and it just goes right through the prime rib. We have, yes, that's right, we have cake first and then prime rib. The whole family breaks up by age. All the older adults stay in the museum room with the thrones and the inlaid mother of pearl and all of that. And the younger cousins go into the room with the TV, the soft leather couch, the big speakers, the big speaker system. James picks out something for all the young cousins to watch, something incredibly rude and incredibly funny. So much so that one of my younger cousins says, I don't think my parents would approve of me watching South Park by the Canadians. And he excuses himself and he sits on the carpeted stairs right between where all the cousins are and where all the adults are. He sits and reads Lord of the Rings. Now, we help ourselves to bowl after bowl of this lo song tong, peppery, full of tomatoes and beets and onions, and it warms the belly and it pushes the durian cake and the prime rib down so that we have more room for, you guessed it, turkey. But I yell out to Uncle Frankie, Uncle Frankie, this soup, it's so good that I could really have Thanksgiving without turkey. But let me tell you about the turkey. We have a poached style turkey. It's the full turkey, but we eat it with a particular sauce. It's really concentrated turkey stock with roasted carrots, aromatic onions, beautiful jeweled celery, and of course more black pepper and more garlic. At the very, very end of the meal, after durian cake, prime rib, soup, we have freshly steamed jasmine rice, and we take ladlefuls of that poached turkey sauce to pour over the rice as a sauce. And that's how we end the meal. Thanksgiving wouldn't be Thanksgiving without Uncle Frankie's lo song tong, which is actually, you might have guessed it, Russian soup, patterned after Russian borscht.